Ed, this report has huge implications for Crown.
It does, Laura. So there's a few things that could come out of this report. Number one, Commissioner Bergin could revoke Crown's gambling licence to hold its casino in Sydney. The more likely thing, though, is it will place some restrictions on Crown and delay granting them the licence for several months until Crown potentially clean up some of the regulatory environment within the company. Those are the two big things. Another thing is the major shareholder, James Packer, owns roughly 36% stake in the company. He could be told to sell down some of his shares or potentially reduce his voting rights on the Crown board. There could be also a shake-up with the Crown board itself. Some of the directors could potentially go. So the report, this inquiry's been running for 18 months and the report lasts roughly 800 odd pages, and it will be coming out later this afternoon after question time in New South Wales Parliament. It's being tabled under parliamentary privilege, reportedly to avoid potential defamation against some of Crown's directors. So it's got huge implications, and Crown Resorts has just placed its shares into a trading halt today. They won't be trading now until roughly Thursday morning. That's the 11th of February. And that's really to give Crown some time to read this report, because they're not going to see it until it's released publicly a bit after 3:30 p.m. today.
Ed, investors would be sweating on this, absolutely, because the profitability of the entire business relies on the gambling arm. I mean, what's the worst case scenario here? That Crown would not be able to operate Barangaroo with a casino?
That is the worst case scenario. Obviously, they've been running their bars and hotel business now for roughly 1 month, and I've been reading that their hotel's at about 50% capacity, reportedly at 50% capacity, but obviously that's nothing compared to having its gambling facilities up and running. They're obviously in Sydney, $2 billion casino. They've put a lot of money into this, and they're really hoping to draw international travellers back to Sydney when travel opens again, because it's meant to be a huge draw card for them, and they've really staked a lot of money into this business. And if they lose their licence, then it would be a disaster for Crown.
Yep, nightmare scenario. Ed, I know you'll be all over it when that report finally drops this afternoon. We'll speak soon.